here, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I am going to be setting up my February budget. I have all of my February worksheets punched and put into my planner here. I already have done a little bit of February budgeting prep, but today we're actually going to be writing my February budget. So I need to flip to my hybrid budget worksheet to do that. So all of these worksheets will eventually get filled out, but for today, our focus is the hybrid budget, where we're going to be filling out this monthly section with all of my planned spending for the month. So if you're interested in seeing where I plan for all of my money to go in February, you're in the right place. Just keep on watching. Okay, so I've zoomed in a little bit and we're just going to start filling this in. The way that I use my hybrid budget is simple. I put everything in this monthly section that I plan to go out of my budget this month. I use the weekly sections here to break down my variable spending by week. And then I use the sinking fund section here to figure out my sinking funds, which you will see in a separate video. There's a place here for any savings that I plan to do in addition to my sinking funds. And then this is where I break down my debt payments. So this monthly section here is kind of, at a glance, everything that's coming out for the month. And then I can go in depth in these other sections. And then of course there is an income section here, but I leave that blank just for privacy. So this is pretty much the same in February as it was in January, though I did leave myself a couple of notes when I was prepping, which are here. I'm going to be raising my food budget. Last month in January, I only budgeted $600, which I kind of knew wasn't going to be enough. And now that January's over and I've closed out my budget, I have a better idea of what it's going to take to feed my family of four for a month. And so we're going to raise my food budget. We're going to lower my gas budget. And that's actually, I decided against doing that. So we're going to probably keep my gas budget the same as it was last month. And then I need to remember to include Audible when I write my budget as well. So those are things I'm going to keep in mind while I'm writing my budget. In addition to that, I'm going to keep track of my goals, which are to track all of my spending, continue my 2023 no-buy, pay $200 to debt, and no eating out. With that in mind, though, I am going to budget some money for eating out, just in case we can't meet that goal. So all of those things I have in mind, and now I'm going to start writing out my budget, starting with bills. And the bills are kind of in order of when they come out. So the first one is Patreon. I'm a Patreon to my friend Ira from Budget with Ira, who I absolutely love. I pay $6 to be part of his Patreon community. Well worth it, in my opinion. So that's going to come out on the 1st. Other things that come out on the 1st are lot rent. We own our mobile home, but we rent the lot. And the amount that I'm budgeting for that is $592. I have cable, which is our cable internet. That's how we do our, uploading and watching YouTube and all of our fun streaming services. And that is $74 a month. Next up, I have my water bill. I always budget $50 and that usually covers it. So this month is no exception. I have Boost Mobile, which is our mobile phones. And I'm going to budget $120 for that. DTE is our electric bill. And for that, I'm going to budget $203. We are on a budget billing plan, so it's the same amount every month. We're also on a budget billing plan for Michigan Gas. All of my bills are always the same. Let me know if you guys would like me in the future just to write out one line item in my budget that just says bills, because these never change. And it's probably pretty redundant to watch my budget videos month after month and see the same things listed over and over again. Michigan Gas is $67. Planet Fitness, I just said that nothing had changed, but for Planet Fitness, I'm actually going to budget $20 because I'm going to pay for myself and for Austin. Austin paid me up front for like 6 months of his gym membership. He just gave me the cash all at once, and so now I need to put it in my budget to make sure that it gets paid. So we're going to do 20 instead of 10 this month, and moving forward, it's just easier for him than paying it every month. So for motorcycle insurance, we are budgeting $67. Nope, that's not right. That's Michigan gas. Thank goodness I'm using an erasable pen. Motorcycle insurance is only $18. And then we're going to put Audible in here so that I don't forget, and that is going to be $17. Car insurance is $205 that we're budgeting for that. YouTube Premium, my personal favorite of our streaming services. I love YouTube. I watch it just like TV. For that, we're going to budget $25. I also like YouTube Premium because I listen to YouTube Music. That's how I listen to music all the time, so it's perfect. And then we have Netflix is the last of the bills. We do have other streaming services, but those are things we pay for annually and not monthly, and so they get included under our sinking funds. So for Netflix, we're going to budget $16. Then we have debt. So between minimum payments and any extra debt payments I plan to make that I'm budgeting for, we're budgeting $1,400 total. And I will break that down really quickly over here under debt payments. So we have our camper, which is a $200 budget. We have our golf cart, which is $150. I have my car, my Subaru, that we're going to pay $650 to. Then we have my Ashley Furniture card, and that payment is $128. For First Merchants Bank, we're going to pay $40. For Citi, we're going to pay $88. And then for the extra debt payment I plan to make on the card we're currently working on, which is that First Merchants Bank card, I'm going to pay $144. And that should add up to that total, which I said was what, $1,400? Yeah, all of that should add up to $1,400. So let's just make sure that it does. 200 plus 150 plus 650. Oops. 200 plus 150 plus 650 plus 128 plus 40 plus 88 plus 144 is indeed $1,400. So like I said, we get a little snapshot in the monthly section, and then I break it down further, and we've done that now. So once debt is done, we are going to be talking about variable spending, and this is where I have the most control over my budget, right? I say that every month. This stuff is all stuff that I can't really control too much, but when it comes to our variable expenses, that's where I really have a lot of control. So for groceries this week, or this month, we're going to budget $800. Last month I budgeted $600, and that was not quite enough, so I bumped it up to $800, which I think will hopefully suffice. For household, I'm also going to raise this a little bit from last month. Last month it was a budget of $200, and this month I'm going to do $240, I believe is what I decided on. Yeah, I think that's what I said. So we'll go with that. Then eating out, we're going to budget $200 just like last month because If we're gonna eat out, that's about what we'll spend. Hopefully we won't spend it all, but I want to make sure that we're covered. That essentially gives us $50 a week for grabbing some takeout or going to a restaurant or whatever. That should be plenty. For gas, we're going to budget $160 for gas. That's $40 a week. That's about what I need to fill up my tank, just under $40. For spending money, I'm going to actually break this out. So for Eric, he's going to get $260. For myself, I'm going to do $140, although I'm hoping not to spend that much. But that's just kind of what I'm budgeting, $40 a week times 4. It's 160, not 140. I think my husband's is 240 and mine is 160. Let me just double check. I'm glad that I decided to do that. So he gets $60 a week. Yep, his is 240, mine's 160. It would have all added up just fine, but for the sake of transparency, that's what we're gonna do. And then for Austin, he's gonna get $100. That's $25 a week for him. Then we have miscellaneous. And for miscellaneous, I'm going to budget $200 just to be on the safe side. I think that's what I did last month as well. And then for sinking funds, we brought in $1,200 from last month's income. So we're going to put that towards sinking funds. So then we just have anything unbudgeted, which hopefully will be nothing. But I like to have the line item there just in case. And then whatever we have left from our income, once we pay all of this, will go into savings or will roll over into next month. All right, and now we can go ahead and add this up. Oh, I forgot. We don't budget anything for unbudgeted. But I like to have the line item there just in case we have something to stick in that actual column. So now we'll add everything up. 6 plus 592 plus 74 plus 50 plus 120 plus 203 plus 67 plus 20 plus 18 plus 17 plus 205 plus 25 plus 16 plus 1400 plus 800 plus 240 plus 200 plus 160 plus 240 plus 160 plus 100 plus 200 plus the 1200 is 6,113. I'm going to go ahead really quickly off camera and add that up again, make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Alright, so that is gonna do it for my February budget. You guys will have to come back for my cash stuffing for February. I'm going to be pulling out all of my variable spending budget in cash this month, so that's exciting. So it'll be a big cash stuffing for that. Also, my cash stuffing for my sinking funds for February is coming down the pipeline. So if you're interested in any of those videos, make sure that you click the subscribe button if you haven't already so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. You can also click the bell. I appreciate your support. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know if you have any video requests for February. I'm sitting down now and really brainstorming my videos for the month. Or if you just have anything you'd like to say, leave them in the comments section below. Questions, comments, you know, whatever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends!